support team, so that's me, to help me better understand my housing options. Community supports participation will not affect my other medical benefits. Community supports does not require me to change my doctors. Community support services end if I no longer meet eligibility requirements, no longer receive services, or if the care team says I no longer need community support services. Community supports is a voluntary program, and I can withdraw from the program at any time. And I am eligible for community support services as long as I remain eligible for Medi-Cal and approved by my health plan for participation. So you are authorizing the Exodus Community Supports Program to use your information to enroll you in the program, coordinate a housing support plan, plan your care and referrals to community resources, receive payments from the health plan for services provided to you, and share your community supports program activities with the health plan. And then if I could have you print your name, date of birth, sign, and then today's date.
Okay. What's the difference between these two? Housing transition versus housing tenancy?
So housing transition is when we're looking for housing, and then once we place you in housing, if you decide that you want housing tenancy, we can enroll you in that. Housing tenancy is to help you with budgeting. If you need assistance with creating an expense report, yeah, that's basically the gist of it. It's just more having to do with budgeting and expense reports, make sure that you can sustain the housing, provide you with other resources, community resources, but really right now what we're focusing on is housing transition navigation services.
Okay, and that consists of helping me fill out forms and like look for specific places. How does that translate?
So I'll explain that to you right now. So your income is really going to determine what is available to you. But let me explain to you. So here I have, provided by the County of San Diego Health and Human Services Agency, a list of affordable housing. Now, the maximum income level to qualify is 60% of the average median income of that area, or the area median income. So if I click right here, we can see that the approximate income limits for households at 60% of area median income for one person is $63,000. So in order to qualify for affordable housing, you would have to make $63,660 or less. And that's for 60%. Now, as far as how much you'll have to pay for your monthly rent, it depends on how your monthly income compares to the area median income. So if your income is 30% of the average median income of that area, then you'll pay X amount of rent compared to someone who is at 60%. Your rent would be lower as someone who's at 30%. So my plan with you, I know you are looking into a studio and a one bedroom, correct? So I'm going to work through this list and making sure that we apply for affordable housing that's for individuals or families. Unfortunately, you wouldn't qualify for senior housing.
I understand that.
And then, so something to keep in mind, and we will begin applying today, is that each property has their own application process. So some you apply online, and then some you have to go in person and pick up an application. The second thing is the wait list varies. So we're going to call, this one's in San Marcos, so I want to keep you in the area that you already are in, but we're going to call a few today, and so you get to see that process of what I do. And I like to ask them, like, what is the approximate wait time? If I'm being very honest with you, this could take up to a year. This is a very lengthy process because a lot of people are on the wait list, and the resources are very limited as far as what's available. But this gives you a better understanding of, like, the general process.
Yes, thank you. And then, so yeah, I'm looking at the areas that you have pulled up, and
so I'll show you.
Are we gonna check in South Bay areas?
Yes. So let me. How do I get rid of? Sorry, 1 second.
It's okay.
I want to get rid of this. Oh no, not actions. move this to the side. Oh my God, why is
I
it
was
not?
going to guess that there would be more places in the south just because
Correct, yes, see, so,
there's a lot of different developers trying to aggressively expand here.
Yeah, and then I'm noticing that too, but then I was thinking about income and what their expectations are. Like, as far as like maybe in San Marcos, it's probably cheaper. I don't know.
so
But
are you
then
open to San Diego County at large, or are you
I have to
specifically?
be smart about it. Like, I have
Yeah.
to, because while I'm looking for work, I don't need to put myself in such a position where, oh, now it's hard for me to get to work.
Good point.
Yeah,
very
I'm
good
not
point.
always dependent on the van. I depend on transit more than anything else because the van is not always in top shape. So
Makes
I'm
sense.
driving her rickety, okay?
Yeah.
But I park in different areas for safety.
Mhm.
So I'm mostly in South Bay, Chula Vista or San Ysidro, or if I'm even right with San Ysidro, I'm still getting to know like, oh, this is not this. Between Chula Vista, San Diego 92154.
Yeah.
Yeah, between that, and maybe the tips of San Ysidro, I don't know, Bayer
Bayer
Boulevard
Boulevard, yeah.
sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
So I just try to, as much as the van will allow me, I try to move around for safety reasons. Because I've already had issues where I've had issues with people throwing things at the van, breaking into the van, and
Sorry
I've
to hear
had
that.
to move around. When she allows me to, it's better for me to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think for your safety, you probably shouldn't stay in one area.
I try my best.
Mm-hmm.
But back to, the rents.
Mm-hmm.
More expensive South Bay with more developers coming
No, not
versus.
necessarily. I
No.
can't really say specifically where it'll be more or less expensive.
Okay.
The thing with South Bay, though, it's in higher, affordable housing is in higher demand in South Bay. So the wait lists
Okay.
in the South Bay area tend to be
Longer.
long.
Okay. Okay.
But, if you're in this area, though, we do want to prioritize this area. Now, when do you start working?
Great question. I'm looking right now. So I put out some emails. This is me going on Craigslist. I put out some emails. I haven't gotten anything yet. And when I say I'm looking right now, this would be about 2 weeks now.
Okay.
Because I just finished my clinic this week for school.
Nice.
So I'm able to, now I have to work on certification, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I am not waiting for that. I'm looking to do that, but now I'm like, with that under my belt, hopefully employers will see that they should take me seriously as an employee.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You
And
know?
what is the position that you're looking for?
So customer service sales part-time would be fine. Retail sales, I've had many different experiences. So, but then now I'm inserting spa, or like receptionist, maybe at like a Massage Envy,
Mhm.
Okay.
things like this related to what I just completed schooling for. But I'm gonna mix it with other jobs that I've had before.
Of course.
So if one door is open and I have that experience, I'm gonna go, with it.
Right.
But this is me putting out emails.
Nice.
I've gotten one response, but it didn't. It turned out I needed a little bit more experience than they were in search of.
That
So
happens.
I mean, that I thought that they were in search of. So, but it's okay. At least I got feedback. With that said, I'm going to also look into the DOR helping me to find part-time work because they also do that. So they funded the schooling. So now that I have the new set of skills, that's what I'm pushing for. But now that the program is complete, now I'm going to look into them to assist me with finding work.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
I
good
hope
idea.
that is going to work out. I will update Daniel
Sounds good.
and
Yes.
you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Only
Okay,
you.
I will update you guys as things come. But
Sure.
it's difficult for me because I have always an issue with my tech, my phone, my laptop, my tablet, whatever I'm using. So there's always a glitch with me.
Okay.
So sometimes you guys may or may not receive an email and or a text, and I will follow up and check and see if you did.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, as your housing navigator, I can help you with finding employment. Um, would you be willing to send me your resume so that I can provide feedback?
That would be great.
Okay.
I'm gonna update my resume. Speaking of resumes,
Okay.
so I have to update it now.
Okay, yeah, take your time updating it, but I also, if you want to send it to me in
Yeah.
the draft form, I can give you
Oh, yeah?
feedback as well.
Okay, that would
Yeah.
be great.
I'll give you my business card so that you can email your resume
Mhm.
directly to my email
Thank
address.
you.
So this is my email right here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
so that'll be our plan then.
Okay.
Ideally, our goal is to have you employed within the next 2 months.
Yes, I do want to mention I need to search for part-time versus full-time because of my health condition.
Okay, so part-time.
Yes. I'm not in the tip-top of shape,
Mhm.
so I can't do too much on my body, or else I will be in the worst shape and not be able to work.
It'll create more issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to avoid that too, which is why I took also the skill set that I took, because it kind of presents me massage therapy. So it kind of presents me where I can make enough without doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can manage that better. But customer service, I'm not closed. I'm not closed to other opportunities as well. I just have to make sure it's something I can do, and it won't take a toll on my health.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I'll keep that in mind.
Thank
So if you can, when you get a chance, email me your resume,
Yeah,
and then
for
I'm
sure.
happy to provide you feedback. Now,
That's
I
great.
do want to have you, in a minute, we're going to call a few of these properties just to get the ball rolling. But
Okay.
if you could please go ahead and sign, just print your name, date of birth, signature, and today's date. Awesome.
So I guess while you're doing the research on where to call first, I'll start filling this out.
Sure, I think that's a good idea.
I can walk you through, because there's some stuff on there that I would be signing, but.
Oh, on here?
Yeah, I think there's like a
Okay.
few things, so I'll guide you through the paperwork.
Okay. Date of birth. Today's date is the 25,
26.
26.
Yeah.
26, 2025. Make sure I'm writing the right dates in the right spots. I'm not doing this space here, the bottom space, right? Is this the one I talked to?
Yeah, perfect. You did it perfectly. And then this is a request for alternate communications of protected information. So this is you giving us permission to email and text you. And then feel free to read it.
Yes, please do.
That's a similar, that's going to be similar on my form as well, but
Yes.
I'll just have
Okay.
you sign it anyway, just because we're different.
Yeah.
We're separate readers.
Okay.
And then let me
So
go
both of
ahead.
you two are Exodus. It's just
Yes,
different
we
departments.
work together. We're just different departments.
Okay.
Yeah, but we work for the same company.
Okay, good.
Let me go ahead and call Casa Anita and see if they're currently accepting applications.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, yeah,
I like that.
there's a certain point where I had to get a bunch of business cards, so I was just like, all right.
No, I mean, I like this.
Oh, yeah, I know the whole.
Yeah, the whole day. It's cool.
Do that. And then my path caseworker said also that he's willing to work with you guys
Okay.
if you guys need also.
Okay.
So just need
Thank
to.
you. Hi, this is Alina, Housing Navigator with Exodus Recovery. If you could please give me a call back. My phone number is 760-208-8786. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. Bye. phone with them. I'm just gonna put that I left a voicemail today. Mhm. Oops. Okay.
Another one. Okay.
And then you don't need to sign that. That's more for like health related information, and I won't be needing your health information.
Okay.
And then this is an assessment, but we don't need to do this right now. I need you to sign this. This is the, you can go ahead and read through it, but it's essentially so that I can submit referrals.
Okay. Thank you.
That'll be similar on my,
Your end.
Yes, it'll be
my
very,
phone as well, yeah.
very similar.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is, you said you were open to San Ysidro as well?
Yeah, I'm open to seeing this.
Mhm. Let me go ahead and give them a phone call.
I think this is like lunchtime hours.
Sort of, yeah.
Right.
I have
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes I have a later lunch. It just depends on the day.
The list on the mood, I mean, the mood for the day. It depends on the mood
Yeah,
for
it
the
depends on what's going on that day.
I think last Friday I didn't do much.
Yes, hi, are you currently accepting applications?
Oh. All right.
So yeah, we can go over this one.
Okay, sure.
I'll read it.
Oh, so it has to be after project